Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Cryptozoology is described as a pseudoscience responsible for categorizing and researching animals and plants not recognized, due to lack of evidence, by standard science. In essence, a zoological study of the strange and unimaginable. So it's no surprise that it has our full attention. While some cryptids may be harmless, there are those that you'll want to remain figments of your imagination. In this installment, we've categorized the 10 scariest cryptids that, by the time we're done, will be stalking your dreams. If it's strange, creepy, and unusual videos you want, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell. If you like this video or have another cryptid you'd like to warn people of, leave a comment below.
Number 10. Flatwoods Monster. It was a chilled night in September of 1952 in the quiet town of Flatwoods, West Virginia. The town wasn't anything remarkable, just a small slice of Braxton County so few knew about. But all that changed when residents of the tiny town were visited by an inhuman creature. It towered over the tallest denizen, its 7-foot frame, spindly arms, clawed fingers, and pleated exoskeleton forever burned into their minds. The close encounter came shortly after an illuminated object scarred the blackened sky, drawing attention from local children. After the creature departed, many witnesses complained of convulsions and vomiting, an alleged side effect of the mysterious traveler. Number 9. Megalodon. That the megalodon was once a real predator of the murky waters of Earth is undeniable, but the oversized shark went from extinct prehistoric beast to aquatic cryptid when possible sightings started to emerge. The megalodon once glided the waters of the Cenozoic era, but some believe the near 60-foot Carcharicles still stalks the hidden paths of the ocean. Sightings of megalodon date back to 1875, when teeth of the oversized shark were thought to be found in the HMS Challenger. In 2012, the show Shark Wranglers covered the tale of a 40-foot shark found off the coast of a South African village. Number 8. Dover Demon. April 21, 1977. 17-year-old William Bartlett is driving down Farm Street in the Massachusetts town of Dover when his eyes spot an irregularity on a nearby broken wall. Perched atop the cracked stone was a humanoid creature sporting tendril-like fingers and large eyes that glowed in the night. Within 24 hours, 15-year-old John Baxter and Abby Brabham stepped forward with their own account of the strange abnormality. The Dover Demon, a phrase coined by cryptozoologist Loren Coleman, started as a local legend but gained national recognition. Even almost 30 years later, Bartlett stands by his account, denouncing suggestions that it was a moose or a foal. Number 7. Mahaha. The Inuit people of northern Canada once feared the Arctic, not for the very real possibility that they could freeze to death, but because of a gaunt, icy humanoid with white eyes and streaky hair. Before White Walkers were written as the true slayers of the North, there was the Mahaha, a terror that could dig into flesh with its razor-sharp, foot-long claws, but instead used them to tickle its victims to death. Like an inhuman version of the Joker, the Mahaha was said to leave its victims with a motionless heart and a large smile frozen onto their face. Number 6. Popobawa. You hear it howling outside and are drawn to the lost pup's saddened cries. The moment you open the door, the intense odor of sulfur hits you, trailing through the air, leading you directly to the dog. And it's at that moment you recall the legends of a shape-shifting winged monstrosity recognizable by a sulfurous smell. The unusual cryptid originated in Pemba, a Tanzanian island, and was responsible for an outbreak of hysteria in 1995. Locals believe Popobawa, or Batwing, attacks households at night, sometimes violently and sexually abusing residents. Enhancing the legend, local hospitals report that they often treat victims of the mysterious cryptid. Number 5. Snallygaster. The Snallygaster is coming for you. The Snallygaster will steal your children and devour all that you hold dear. The Snallygaster. Oh, I'm sorry. It's really difficult to make this cryptid scary if I use its name, but here we go. A flying monstrosity of the Washington, D.C. and Frederick County, Maryland areas of the United States, this half-avian, half-reptilian dragon was said to suck the blood of its victims and could only be thwarted by 7 pointed stars. During the 1730s, German immigrants told of the Snellergeist, or quick ghost, which gave way to the legend of the Snallygaster. Number 4. Jersey Devil. The Pine Barrens of New Jersey is a beautiful expanse of forestry, but locals for centuries have feared what lives within the dense greenery that so closely borders their homes. Exactly what the Jersey Devil is remains a mystery, despite the many years it's spent terrorizing the East Coast state. But the lore starts in 1735 with Mother Leeds. Pregnant for the 13th time, the exasperated mother inadvertently cursed herself, exclaiming, "Let this one be a devil." Immediately after birth, the newborn transformed into a ghastly creature that killed much of the Leeds family before vanishing into the Pine Barrens. Large and winged are 2 characteristics often attributed to Jersey's resident devil. Number 3. Shiba Fofi. An 8-legged terror that can stand up to 6 feet tall and a monstrosity of the Congolese forest. The Shiba Fofi sounds like some sort of extinct prehistoric critter or something dreamed up by a twisted mind. The people of the Congo, however, are adamant that the oversized arachnid actually exists, and sightings have been recorded as early as the 1890s expedition of missionary Arthur Symes. Baka natives claim that the Shiba Fofi lives within abodes made of leaves and will spin large circular webs to snare smaller animals and birds. Number 2. Yatevio. The forest is alive, he says, but you don't heed his warning. Clearly, the branches swaying in the moonlight have him spooked, and you press on through the Central American forestry. Not long into your bad decision, you start to see what he means. In the distance, a tree that towers over the rest, its branches moving impossibly like a frantic squid. Taking a curious step forward, you see them much clearer now. They're not branches at all. They're the deadly serpentine extensions of the most unusual cryptid, a large, carnivorous, man-eating tree known as Yatevio. Number 1. Manananggal. A haunting face, leathery wings, a long and snaking tongue. The ability to detach its upper and lower halves. Few things have sounded more horrifying than the Manananggal, a vampiric legend born within the Philippines. With her tongue, the Manananggal drinks the blood of her victims, typically pregnant women and the fetuses that they carry. While her upper half can fly around independently, her lower half is vulnerable to attacks, specifically salt, garlic, or ash, which can be fatal to this hideous cryptid. Capiz, a province of the Philippines, is thought to be home to a concentration of sightings of the Manananggal. Did you hear that? It's the Snallygaster. I don't have much time. Don't forget to like, subscribe,